Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I thought I would just pop on here and show you my most recent fabric haul. So other people have been stockpiling toilet roll, I have been stockpiling fabric and projects to be getting on with in these coming weeks of being stuck at home. So I have been buying a few bits and pieces here and there, not much. I'm only kidding, I may have gone a bit overboard. So the first thing I got, or first few things I got, was from Sew Me Sunshine, and I got 3 bits of fabric from her and a pattern. So fabric wise, the first thing here, this is a tencel twill with some stretch in it. I'll show you the stretch in fact, so you can see how stretchy this stuff is. So it's got quite a bit of give to it. This is the Meat Milk tencel, so I like that it's come from like a well reputable source. Unfortunately in this day and age a lot of people like to put labels on things that may not necessarily meet criteria, so we know that Meat Milk is one of the good ones with that. So with this twill what I'm going to do is make the Pietra pants from Closet Case. So that's these pants, and I'm actually going to make this version here, which is the view B with the tapered leg, and I think that should work pretty well. It's got a nice drape to it. I'm hoping to use this as a work trouser going forward, but we'll see how that works out. The other things I got from Sew Me Sunshine is firstly this lovely striped loop back jersey. So it's a really lovely and soft jersey, quite lightweight, so it's going to be a really good kind of spring summer sweater. Currently planning to make the Pinnacle Sweater from Paper Cut, so that's got like a dolman sleeve and this diagonal kind of intersecting front bit thing going on. I'm hoping to kind of play on the stripes a little bit, so maybe having the stripes going in one direction for some parts and the other direction for the other parts. I don't need to rely on the stretch too much because it's quite a loose fit sweater, so I know that I can kind of get away with that if I want to. The other thing I got from Sew Me Sunshine is this. So this is a viscose crepe, and it's black with this uneven kind of white polka dot on it, and I just love it. It's one of my favourite things ever. I'm planning to make a little dress out of this, so I want to use the Viscose pattern that I've used recently. It's a free pattern actually, it's called the Vicky pattern, and it's got like a mini dress, gathered skirt at the waist, and this kind of ruffle detail thing going on there. Loved the first version I made of it, so I'm planning to do another one in the black. So that's the stuff I got from, I'm just gonna put that aside here, and the stuff I got from Harriet's. I also got some stuff from Fabrics Galore, and the first thing I got from them is, I just couldn't resist. I don't buy a lot of jersey recently, not t-shirt weight jersey anyway, and I couldn't resist this stuff. This pink and red stripe was just too cute. I love the double stripe, I thought it was a bit unusual, I don't see that so often. It just made me think of sweeties. It just, you know, it looked yummy. If you can describe a fabric that way, that's how it looked. And so I thought that that would be a really nice, like just a really simple t-shirt. I'm thinking I might use the Fibre Mood Afra pattern that's in their most recent magazine, mostly just because I have it. Alternatively I might do like the Tabitha T from Tilly and the Buttons. I'm not 100% set on what exactly I'm going to make. I did get quite a lot of it, so I got 1.5 meters because I wasn't sure I wanted to make a dress. I think I definitely don't want a dress, but I may be able to eke out 2 tops from it, maybe. Maybe one for me, one for someone else. I don't know if I need 2 pink and red stripy t-shirts, tops, yeah, from that. The next thing I got from Fabrics Galore is this great suiting. So this is wool based. It's not 100% wool, I think it's a wool acrylic mix, I want to say. And if you look up close, you can see that it's got this kind of multicolored speckle through it. It's really lovely and soft and smooth. I was worried I would need to line it, but I think feeling it I would be able to get away with it. And again, I'm going to use the Pietro pattern for that. Basically I want to just kind of bang out a few work trousers, and I think that these will be some good options. The wool will be better for colder days, the tensile top will be better for warmer days, so get a bit of balance of both. The last thing I got from Fabrics Galore is this, which is this woven viscose. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. It was a bit of an impulse purchase. I just really liked the colours and the print. I don't know if it's a bit busy for me or a bit fussy, but I just thought it was too cute to pass up, so I went for it. The next lot of fabrics I got, the last lot of fabrics I got, was from Stoff and Stil. I'd planned this purchase from Stoff and Stil a while ago before all the travel lockdowns, and I had originally planned to like be going on holiday later in the year, and I had planned to make some swimwear, so that's why I've got this piece of black swimwear lycra. I am still going to make it at some point, but obviously it's not so much of an urgent matter at the moment. I am planning to make like a high-waisted bikini bottom and maybe some sort of crop top, and I got this elastic to use for the waist as well, which I thought was really cute. So this is Viscose, as you can see, which I think is French for dreamer, and I just thought that was quite cute. So I might use that for the top of the kind of high-waisted bikini bottom, so like around the top up here. Potentially if I do a crop top style bikini top, I'll do that on the top as well, maybe for the straps or something. But I've got plenty of it to kind of play around with. I got this kind of plissé woven fabric from Stoff as well. Basically I'm just going to make a tube skirt, so like just sew up a tube and add elastic to the top. I've not made that style of skirt before, and I wanted to see if it suited me or not. This was also just really cheap, so I thought it was worth the experiment. It was £5.50 for the metre, and definitely don't need more than that in order to do what I want. I've got some denim from Stoff as well. Basically they had quite good weighted denim with a decent amount of stretch in it. It's always good to have some of this if I want to make some ginger jeans in future. I'll be honest, I think the colour came out a bit darker than I thought it was going to, so I think if I do decide to make these into ginger jeans, I may have to play around with some bleach with it in order to kind of change that up a bit, because I think it's quite similar to what I'm wearing at the moment. I think that's quite similar, isn't it? So I might play around with some bleach with that to lighten that up. The last two bits I got from Stoff are two pieces of woven fabric here. Both loved the print of both of these. So this orange one here has these, it looks like flowers from afar, and up close it's goldfish. It's got this kind of weed kelp thing going on in the background, and I just thought it was too cute to pass up. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but I know that I want to make something that I love with it. So this may end up being just like another Fibre Mood Myra dress or by Hannah London Hannah dress, but something that would basically something that I would wear a lot. That's my hope with this. I may change my mind and it may end up being something that's just, you know, covered in ruffles and looks crazy, but I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get a lot of wear out of this fabric. And the last thing I got, so the second print is this. So it's baby blue with this really busy floral print on it. I feel like it's got a really 70s retro vibe to it. I am currently thinking of doing something with a sheared bodice and a big sleeve and a maxi dress thing going on, and kind of going a bit over the top with it all. I'm not 100% sure on whether I want to kind of commit to the sheared bodice thing or not. I know that I see it a lot, like in shops, and well, not in shops obviously at the moment, but like on websites and stuff like that, and it does look pretty good, but I don't know how it's going to look on me. I don't know if it's worth the experiment or not, or if I should just do something with just lots of ruffles again, and do something kind of like Victorian-y. I feel like this fabric has that risk of turning into something that looks a bit, shall we say, nightgowny, but I've got plenty of it. I got like 3.5 meters or something like that, and I think it could just be, you know, a lot of fun. It may be something that I end up not wanting to wear outside in public, but we'll see. I think in this day and age it is worth trying to experiment. I did do some pre-quarantine shopping as well, and with the recent demise of DP Studio, I say demise, they are closing down so that they can focus on other avenues. They are primarily like fashion designers over there, very much kind of beyond like the home sewing market, but anyway, so DP Studio, the French company that announced they were closing down about a month ago, and they were doing a 30% off sale, and I couldn't resist. I picked up 4 patterns from them. So these 2 are from their main collection. I got this one, which is a dress with this kind of raglan sleeve with a kind of bell sleeve thing going on, which is a little dress. And I got this trench coat as well, which I couldn't resist. And I also got 2 other kind of simpler patterns here. One for a short with a kind of paper bag front thing going on, and the top which has these pleated bits on the shoulders. Yeah, I just really love their patterns. They're always beautifully drafted, and they come together really well. The instructions are terrible, or at least the English instructions are. I'm not going to comment on the French versions, but they do come together really nicely, and I always love their style. So it looks like I've got plenty of things to be getting on with over the next few weeks. I'm currently off and in self-isolation at home. I'm lucky that I've got the space to, you know, spread out and get on with all my sewing and crafty things. So at least I've got that going for me. It's one of those things, I'm always like dying to have enough time off to do these things, and as soon as it's kind of forced upon you, you want to do everything else but, right? I hope everyone out there is kind of looking after themselves and staying strong. I know it's not easy, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it together, guys. Stay tuned, and you might even be able to see me make some of these things pretty soon. Bye, guys.